So I'm going to give this a picky meat feast with doner kebab. Oh, just put that back together, and the groundskeepers need never know. Honestly, that pace is devastating over 1.2 yards. Fingle, I've gone wrong. But today we've had the smooth spark of an electric eel. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, thank you very much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. When I say we, it is just me and cameraman Cal behind the lens. Hello. So today what I thought we'd do is play a 2-ball scramble, but with me playing both balls. Rather than me choosing which ball we get to play, we're going to leave it to random chance. With that being said, welcome to Kinnick Percy, and welcome to Bang Average Golf. I'll be teeing off with a green ball and also with a red ball. We will then use the random wheel of chance to decide which one we're going to play. Could be the good one, it could be the bad one, we just don't know. First swing of the day though, could go legitimately anywhere. Oh, okay, so that is going to wind up on the fairway. Not going to win any prizes for distance, but I can see it. Now, here we have the red ball. Can we hit a similar shot? If so, pah, up yours, random chance.
It sounded good.
Okay, so I don't think that's going to be quite as good. I'll be all right with either of those. I prefer the green one. Right, so here we have the random shot picker. So I'm going to give this a picky spin, and we'll see which ball we get to take. Yes, we're on for the greens. So, to spice things up a little today, I am absolutely ravenous. I haven't eaten since lunchtime. If I can somehow make it around in net par, I will treat myself to delicious pizza. If I don't, I have to have rubbish old salad. That's what's at stake today. Pizza versus salad. This is your red ball. Not the greatest of drives, but in all honesty, we don't give a tinker's cuss because we're not playing him. We are playing the green ball, which is down here a wee bit further. Happy days. So we've got about 186 yards to the creek, which is a walloped 3 words will get me there or thereabouts. Oh, I am hungry. Please let it be pizza. Alright, that's not great, but it's not terrible. Look at that graceful swing, like flowing silk. Given that silk comes out of a worm's bottom. Yeah, now that's the shot.
We want red on that, don't we?
We do want red this time round, yes. Spin. Spin the wheel of justice. Hey! Red! Wah! Mwah! Blimey, that's 2 for 2 with the old spin bot. Oh, he must be a fan of the old pie as well.
Now, is it Domino's or is it Pizza Hut? Or another option?
Oh, well, obviously I'm a big fan of all the big name brands, but because no one has sponsored us yet, it will be another option. I will treat myself to a Mario's. Oh, the finest pizzas known to man. They do. Oh, I've settled. I've decided what my topping is. Meat feast with doner kebab. Oh, a little drizzle of the spicy chili sauce. 9 times out of 10, I'd be happy with this. But luckily, that 10th time, we get that. Oh, another glorious afternoon down here at Kinnick Percy, East Riding of Yorkshire. Course is looking fantastic. Golf is okay.
Bang average.
Bang average. Well, do you know what? I would say marginally above bang average. Oh.
I think you've done all right.
The old zapper reckons about 72. 72 yards is maybe a wee bit too much for my sand wedge, but I might be able to donk him up there with a gap wedge. Ideally, both of these on the green, and then I don't have to worry.
Fingers crossed for green.
Right, so let me just get that. Just put that back together, and the groundskeepers need never know. Let's try that again this time. See if we can do slightly better.
Oh, now that's a bit better.
Yeah, That's a touch better. So my tea time fortunes are really in the lap of the gods here. Let's get the spinner out and see what the spinner says. The green on the green, the red is dead. Spin.
Here we go.
Spin.
Here we go.
Spin. What have we got? What have we got?
It's green!
No way. Yes! So, let's pick up this piece of rubbish. And we'll move on. What I will say is once we hit the green, we will just stick with the one ball. We won't have to redo all the putts because otherwise we'll be here until nightfall. And it is quite rural here. And there is the potential danger of wolf attack or a very, very angry squirrel. This is a little bit further away than I would like, but if I could get down into a little lag putt. Stop. Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh,
a little too much.
oh. However, most folk in this land, that would be a gimme. We wouldn't
That's a
be
gimme.
putting this. But,
Whee!
par. I'm going to mix it up. We're going red first. Hopefully, that won't turn around and bite me in the stuffed crust. Down the fairway, please, ball. Down the fairway.
Right, please.
Okay. That's a little bit leaky. That could be in Trevor Lotion's bunker.
You've unsettled a pigeon as well.
I have. Oh, hello. It's the sight of Pinky flashing through the air. A little worm getting its payback.
Or it could just be the reflection off those shins.
It could be the glare. Okay, and that might also be in Trevor's bunker. Oh no, he's a bit short. Will we be walking towards the red? Will we be walking towards the green? Only one way to find out. Hopefully it's green.
We're red.
Ah! I think the green ball was safe. The red ball might have crept into Tricky Trev's bunker. For those who don't know, this year's club captain is one Trevor Lotion. Trevor Lotion because he's so smooth. All right, bread bin. So it turns out I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. The red has landed a wee bit short. Oh, greeny would have been a better one, but it's not terrible. We could still be on.
Look at him go.
Look at him now.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a professional athlete.
Honestly, that pace is devastating over 1.2 yards. Well, do you know what I'm thinking now? Thin crust or deep pan?
Oh, stuff it!
That is how confident I am.
Stuffed crust every time.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good strike, but that's going to be in that bunker, I think. Oh no, that's over the back of the bunker. All right, so that's not the worst shot in the world. As long as this shot isn't the worst shot in the world as well, we should be good. Oh, and that's the other side. Right. So we've got this green surrounded left and right.
Pincer movement.
Indeed. That is what they refer to as a greenskeeper's friends, because we won't have to fix any divots or pitches. Right, let's go. We've got one ball on the left of the green, which is probably going to be my preferred. That's old red. Down on the right hand side, we've got the greenie. Let's see which one we get. Looking for red, looking for red.
Looking for red.
Looking for red.
Please.
We're red. Hey! Like, I'll tell you what, fella, that's more often than not, we've got the one we want. However, I can't actually see the red ball. Huh. 2 attempts to get this on the green, and then 1 attempt to pick the one we want. That's going to be okay.
If he rolls a bit further, you'll be...
That's pretty much primo. See if we can replicate that. Oh, that's a bit too hard. Land soft, land soft. Okay.
Oh, he's legged it. He's gone.
Do you know what? Either of those are okay. Red is better, but I'll be happy with either. So let's see which spin we get.
Hopefully we'll be seeing red.
Hey, hopefully we'll be seeing red. Right, let's do a quick spin. So I'm not looking. Are we spinning?
We're spinning.
Spinning.
And it's green.
Oh well, never mind. It's a bit of a longer putt, but yeah. let's sink this. That's a par. I get a shot on here, so that'll be a net birdie, which means up yours, rabbit food. Right, let's see if we can tap this in. If this goes in, it's a net birdie. If I leave it close enough for a tap in, it's a net par. Either way, we're one step closer to cheesy goodness. Oh, a wee bit too much, however. This is a gimme.
Hey,
there we go. Right, so that was a 5. Take off my shot. That makes a 4. Oh, I can always smell that pepperoni. We're on the 16th here, a par 4. Not the hardest hole in the world, but it's not the easiest. If I can get down here in 5 shots or fewer, that means pizza for tea. Any more than that, bloody salad, isn't it?
I want documented evidence of this salad if it occurs.
Yeah, it'll probably be a chicken Caesar salad.
On a pizza base.
On a pizza base with a light cheesy topping. Well, that one, I wouldn't mind if we picked him. Straight down the middle, a little bit over to the right. However, that means nothing if this is a duff shot and the gods are not in my favour.
And this one ends up in the driving range.
No, what driving range? What's driving range? Okay, so a foul has been called in badminton. This is a big money, high stakes match, so they are right to call for the officials. Let's punt this one down there and then see what the fickle finger of fate decides. Will it be the fickle finger of fat?
Or the fickle finger of feta?
No,
fickle in the salad.
Fingle, I've gone wrong. Even the mere thought of Greek cheese has sent me in a downward spiral. Oh, okay, that's going to be okay. It's going to be all right, but it's not going to be a great second shot.
So, what are we hoping for?
We're hoping for green.
Okay.
We won't be upset with red, but we'd rather green.
Prepare to be not upset.
Oh, okay, fair enough. The way I'm thinking, the more greens we have now, the less greens I'll need to eat for tea.
There you go, I like your thinking.
So now the real tragic part is we have to walk to a perfectly good drive, pick it up and put it in our pocket, and then walk to a rubbish drive and proudly play it.
Benched. See, I think you came a little further down. I thought the red was a bit further on than this.
I thought it kind of hit in here, but we can have a few. Oh, hello.
Are you in the trench?
Well, the good news is he's not out of bounds. That's the good news. The bad news is this red thingy is a hazard, so we need to be a bit more careful. There's probably some real fancy rules that people are smashing into the keyboards right now about grounding clubs and not grounding clubs and whatnot. But, right, we're reckoning 90 yards. There we go, one red one, one green one, and one with a bit of spleen on.
One in between one.
One in between one. Okay, so, right, we are in danger zone here, so.
Yeah, well, got to suffer for your art.
Yeah. All I'm saying, fella, is keep your eyes peeled, keep that head on a swivel. Oh, possibly enough, possibly not. Let's see if we can do exactly the same. That's all we need. Oh, a little bit left this time, but that could work.
Lofty.
Go on, take that slope, you bug. Oh, he's crept off the back. All right, fair enough then. He's just gone off the back, but I think we'll be okay. So, red un on the green, green un, fully red. No, that's terrible. Red or green remains to be seen. Okay, so this technically isn't the green. We're about a foot off, but I'm not going to putt twice and then spin again. We'll just pretend that we're on the green. So can we cozy this on up, tap him in for a par? Or
Oh,
Oh! There we go, the touch is back. Last week my putting had all the grace of a breakdancing rhino, but today we've had the smooth spark of an electric eel. Slippery smooth spark of an electric eel, and hey! Ah!
that's Peter.
Right then, and there we go, we've done it. We've shot level par, level net par, but that means I get to decide what's for tea and not that stupid wheel. So gut instinct wins out overall. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, why the hell not? Here's two good reasons. One, you'll be notified when the next fantastic video is released. And secondly, once we get to 500 subscribers, we will randomly pick one of those to win a fantastic tailor-made spider putter. So thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Bang Average Golf.